Chapter 4 is about John Dewey's laboratory school in the University of Chicago that ran from 1896 to 1904. Even though it only ran for 9 years, the innovative work that was done on curriculum made it a revolutionary model to follow. Although many have written about the school's philosophy rather than about the practical work on developing curriculum. Part of what made his philosophy of education so powerful is that he got to test his theories in practice through the school. He changed some of his original stances or hypotheses, such as teacher specialized knowledge of the content in early years and grouping by age. His most influential theory is that curriculum needs to have two dimensions: one, the child side of the curriculum or the activities, and two, the teacher's side of the curriculum, which are logically organized bodies of subject matter. John Harris, the most influential educational philosopher at the time, when Dewey's laboratory school started, defined education as the process by which the individual is elevated into the species. He argued that the child's preferences and connection to the content were not important, and that his or her main job was to master the facts and principles through the effort in order to be lifted into participation in civilized life. Dewey strongly opposed this view. And in his article, The Psychological Aspect of the School Curriculum, he argued that each subject is a form of living personal experience and not just a body of facts that exists as an end in itself, and that the child's interest must be inherent in the subject matter. For Dewey, the application of the concepts and how they relate to real life are the most important things. The school focused on teaching about professions, and the children from early ages and all throughout learned about many aspects of the professions and learned math, literature, history, science, etc. as they related to them. The school offered activities such as cooking, sewing, and building things so that the children would learn not through lecturing, but by doing and learning what was necessary to perform those tasks, which demanded measuring, chemistry, etc. An example of Dewey's theories in action is that the students studied the three stages of industrial development and actually went through the process. They worked on the mechanics and physics of the machines from primitive times, working with the math calculations that were necessary. They studied geography and history as it related to the local industries. They also prepared, steamed, and dyed raw materials, which gave them an understanding of chemistry and math. Some questions to ponder as you read this chapter are: one, what is the difference between the Dewey theory and what we know as project based learning? And two, what are the implications and the importance of being able to test out philosophies and theories in practice?